Hey, hi, Angel here. Thanks for stopping by. Today I have for you 8 tips for cultivating high energy. I know a lot of times I talk to people about making change in their life and they tell me they just don't have the energy that I have, or they just don't know how I have all the energy I have to get the things done that I get done. And so I thought I'd share some tips that come to my mind as far as how I keep my own energy pretty high, my productivity high, and how I think you could help yourself do the same. So, number one is, you probably guessed it, exercise routinely. I think it's really important to have a regimen, and it's really important to keep adjusting that and increasing what you do. Or, for me, I have kind of a fallback minimum that I do, and I allow exceptions to every rule. I went snowboarding the other day, didn't do my regular workout, but I did do some push-ups, some minimum stretches and things in the morning and in the evening before and after I went and did that. And I pushed it hard. I'm still sore from snowboarding. And that brings me to the second part of the first tip, which is you want to make exercise a regular part of your routine so that you do the same thing, or maybe 2 or 3 different routines that you split up, depending on how you like to do it, what works for you. For me, I have a strength and stretch routine that I can do anywhere I am. I don't need any equipment, so there's no excuse not to do it. And then I have a lot of backup, like calf raises or lunges or squats, things, even just standing in yoga poses, things that I can do as substitutes or additions when I want to change up my routine, or when I'm traveling and I have to change up my routine, or due to, appointments or something that makes it so that I choose to forego my regular routine and do something instead. So, sorry, I got distracted by a little message on my phone there. Number 2, I didn't finish number 1, which is, so you want to exercise routinely. You also want to exercise outside your routine, like once a week, once a month, some kind of something that you don't usually do. You want to push yourself. That's a great way to cultivate extra energy, because you're letting your body know, hey, at any time I might require a little more than you're used to. And your body, if you routinely let it know that by going outside your routine, will step up to the plate for you and prove to you that you can do more than you thought you could do, and you can keep excelling in that direction. Number 2 is sleep right for you. Sleep the right way for you. So many of my friends or people I know get stressed out because they have to get up at a certain time to go to a job, and they end up staying up late, and then they don't get enough sleep, and it's this self worsening cycle where they are up wanting to sleep, and they're keeping themselves up by ruminating about how behind on sleep they are, and stressing out, and they've got all these emotions coursing through them that keep them awake. So I think if you can develop a lifestyle where you get to sleep when you're tired and wake up when you wake up. But if you have to work or get up for some reason to cater to someone else's schedule, then make sure that you don't feel bad about that. Don't add to that by stressing over it. In fact, just accommodate however you need to accommodate, whether it's taking a nap, whether it's going to bed earlier. Find a way and accommodate to make sure that you get enough rest for you. Some of us need 5 or 6 hours, maybe even 4 or 5 hours. Some people need 7 or 8 hours. Every now and then, if your body's healing, you're sick, something's going on, you might need 10 or 12 hours of sleep. Only you can know what you really need and what's healthy for you and what's routine for you. Personally, I like to get about 5 or 6 hours, unless I'm fighting off an illness or behind, and then I get 7, maybe even 8 hours now and then. And that's what works for me, and I go to sleep usually kind of late and sleep kind of late, but sometimes I adjust that. I do whatever works for me. That's number 2 for cultivating energy, is sleep enough for you. Sleep the right way for you, and don't stress about, don't compare how your sleep pattern is to other people's pattern, because we're all a little different, you all. Number 3 is eat right for you. Kind of similarly to the sleep thing, we're all different. And not everybody needs to eat exactly the same way. In fact, you don't even need to eat the same way your entire life. Probably there's going to be changes Maybe you're pregnant. You need to eat differently during that time. Maybe you have a change in your health that causes you to have to adjust how you eat. Personally, I used to eat lots of grains and nuts. Now I eat hardly any grains and nuts. And that's what works for me right now. And I will continue to evaluate and adjust accordingly so that I get the best energy for my needs, listening to my body. And I encourage you to do the same. Don't go by what it's great to take notes on what other people are doing, but at the end of the day, you have to listen to your own body. You have to figure out what works best for you right here, right now, and do that for you to have the best energy. Number 4 is play, dance, and laugh. There is nothing like some cha-cha-cha, some rolling down a grassy hill, some just ha 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 belly laughter. I know that was a little forced, but you get the idea. Listen to some comedy, tell jokes with your friends, goof off, get playful, dance around. All those things can really energize you throughout the day, throughout your life. They can really keep the people around you more energetic, and in turn keep you more energetic, and just makes life more fun. We all know that's true. And I was watching My Blue Heaven with a friend of mine the other day, just a couple days ago. It's an old classic movie. Hadn't seen it so long I forgot most of it, but there's several scenes in there where dancing energizes everybody and makes people brave, and I think that's a common theme. And it's a common theme in movies because it's true. We humans are energized by dancing, by laughing, by playing. So make that a regular part of your routine. And number 5 is self-signaling. I like to make little notes for myself that I put up around. Like here's one right here that was sitting here. It says grow, love, play, let go. I self-signal with my style, with my, when I put on makeup, that helps me feel a little more pizzazz. If I'm going on stage, I like to put a little bling on. I'm getting better and better at that. Basically, designing my environment to help me be more energized. And along with that goes putting things away, which I'm practicing, getting better at. Designing an environment that doesn't overwhelm you with clutter, designing your style or catering to your own style, developing your own style in such a way that makes you feel good, makes you feel energized, makes you feel comfortable and capable, whatever that is for you, whatever you're doing at the time. Pay attention to that. That's a big part of having the energy, feeling capable and confident to do the things that you want to do. Number 6 is do what you love. I like the phrase, there's a saying, I don't know who made it up, but I've heard it numerous times. It goes something like, do something that you love enough to eat the shit sandwich that comes with it. And the gist of that is that there's hard work involved to do great things. And if you want to be really energetic, be able to push through those times when you maybe don't feel as energetic and find your second wind, find some more energy, it helps if you're doing something that you love enough to really push through those hard times. So when you really love something, you will find the extra energy. You will, dig deep into yourself to find more when it comes to feeling like you don't have enough. And that can help you have more energy, be more energetic to get the things done that you want to get done. Number 7 is surround yourself with energetic people. We've all heard the sayings about you are the average of the 5 people close that you spend the most time with. And that's a saying that we've all heard because it's very true. The people you surround yourself with are going to have a big impact on your life and how you act and what you end up doing. If you surround yourself with people who sit around and watch TV a lot, you're going to sit around and watch TV a lot. If you surround yourself with people who play music and go snowboarding and like to stay up late and talk around the fire, then you're going to stay up late talking around the fire like I just did, and go snowboarding like I just did, and play in a rock band or play music or, have great stimulating conversations with people like I often do, because I surround myself with people who do those kind of things. And as I expand into wanting to get into architecture, wanting to be more of a world traveler, I'm meeting more of those kind of people so that I am supported. Again, that kind of reverberates back to designing an environment that supports you in your goals and in being energetic. And last but not least, number 8 is constantly reevaluate and adjust. There's this, maybe not constantly, but ongoingly, you want to evaluate what's working for you and always be looking. Tim Ferriss likes to talk about the 80-20 principle, which I think he might have got from Zig Ziglar or somebody else way back. But in any case, the point is always be looking for what's that 20% of what you do that gives you 80% of the positive return. Do more of that. And conversely, what's the 20% that you're doing that's costing you 80% of your effort and time and energy and isn't paying off as well? Reduce those things. So always be looking for what is sucking my energy and not giving